Today is Sunday, April 1st. Happy Easter, and I'm going to do a garden diary. It's in the 80s today. It's warm, and I'm going to be gone for a couple weeks. I wanted to capture the garden before I leave. I'll show the beautiful Easter flowers. The petunias look so pretty. Going to be cutting them off today. And the gazanias are also blooming. And there's a dahlia. The violas. Are pretty. That Texas Ranger's getting some green on it. It'll be pretty as a little bush. We've had some wind, but it's been a really nice week actually. There's some violas here. The lantanas are getting some green. There's some trees that are losing some junk. This is the saddest looking lantana around the bridge. The rest, this one's even got a bloom on it already. Pretty. Of course, this one does too. Along with the petunias. Oh, I'll show the bougainvillea too. It's got some growth on it. This African star flower has a star flower on it, and it's also got some kind of berries or some seeds. I don't know. This is the first year it's ever stayed green. There's still some bees on here, even though it's looking kind of sad. So we've left the kale alone for now. The Indian hawthorn is starting to bloom. It's got a pretty flower. Some bees. I think there's some growth on here. Those coleus. And there's a sprout coming up down there for the palm. And the red flower petunias back here. I saw a picture that I took when I got these oleanders in pots, and they've grown quite a bit even though they don't look like they have to me. That's why it's nice to go back and look at videos and pictures. It's a pomegranate tree. We're going to feed it shortly. Show the trees. Plums pretty much have their leaves now. And the periwinkle that's back in here that what it is? Periwinkle, yeah. It's still blooming. Well, you can see it gets just wild. I don't know what those bushes are against the block wall. They came up, I think, from the neighbors. You can see the periwinkle in with the rosemary. The firethorn. I think we've lost our spring even. It's more summer. I mean, it's really hot out. Not as hot as we normally get, but it's hot, even for here. I'll show the fountain. It's got some pretty little armerias. And then the vines that are coming up through these bushes, I think, are honeysuckle. And they are invasive, but they smell good. There's some lantana. I should probably show the seeds over here. I planted some more seeds in little pods that are mainly for the front yard. I pulled out the plants that were in here and we're gonna redo the soil. That bougainvillea is looking good. I trimmed off some of the dead that were on these Cape honeysuckles. There's some loco peppers that are doing good. They even have like little flowers on them. This bougainvillea is doing good. Broccoli. All of the brassica, I guess that's what the cabbage family is. Here's the plumbago. I tried to pull the dead out of it. Anyway, in the brassica family, all of the grayish blue bugs that were all over it last week are aphids. So we harvested what we could and pulled the rest. There's a German thyme, it's blooming. And there's a bunch of bulbs that are down in here. And then I planted seeds over here. I've got corn, cucumbers, tomatoes, sweet or sunflowers, cucumbers. In this bed I planted mostly zucchini where all the stakes are. This is sweet corn, spaghetti squash, cucumbers. Anyway, so now this bed has my phone quit because it was too full, so I had to go and pull some videos off so that I could finish this. Anyway, that's my deal. And we pulled the kale out of here, of course, for the same reason. The aphids were gonna eventually get it, so. And because I'm gonna be gone, I decided to eat all the kale before I left, so. My husband's gonna prepare this bed next, and we planted these pepper plants that don't look really good. We're kind of hanging out in the garage, so we brought them out and I planted them yesterday. So, and I moved that Swiss chard that was in this bed over to there. And then we basically just got rid of the parsley that was here. It was getting unruly. So, oh, and I planted a little Swiss chard over here. And then the kohlrabi I pulled out, and it's in the house except for this one. And here's a good example of aphids. You can see them. Those are aphids. So I want to get rid of all of those. And it's about time to water this. So, anyway. That's my garden diary.